to Christ. We don't have much time. Our days are getting spent. Galatians 4 verse 1 says, the heir, as long as a child, does not differ from a slave, even though it's a master of all. So because of sinfulness, you have become a slave. Because of the sin that you keep committing, you have become a slave. The time is time to come of that sin so that you can give it out to Christ properly. Don't lie to yourself that because I go to church, I'll go to heaven. Don't think that because I have a membership card, I'll go to heaven. Membership card is not equal to heaven. Heaven is not your right also. If you don't work at heaven, you can't go to heaven. There were 10 virgins in Matthew 25. 5 of them were able to go to heaven, 5 couldn't go. So you can also be in church and might not go to heaven if you don't work on your grace of holiness. You can also go to church and might not go to heaven. Those who go to school, the students, you see, they all go to secondary school to make it to university. But those who don't have good grades cannot end up in university. The same way it is with you. Once you don't have good grades in the church, you cannot go to heaven as you might want to have it. The time is time to give it out to Christ. The time is time to know him and know him properly. Our days are getting spent and our days are getting finished. Jesus is passing, is calling us. Jesus is passing this way today. Jesus is passing at Dankwa. He wants to save you as much as he can save you. Then tomorrow you might be connected to heaven. I say a pastor praying for you does not mean you go to heaven also. A pastor praying for you does not mean. A pastor can lead you to Christ, but a pastor cannot pray you into heaven. A pastor can lead you to Christ, but he cannot pray you into heaven. So until you can confess him as your Lord and personal Savior, you are not saved. John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. If you want to get saved, you can be saved today. For God so loved the world that he gave said to us. He said, whosoever, it's not by force. But once you don't get Jesus today, tomorrow is condemnation. Like I said, by default option, John 3:23, Romans 3:23. Romans 3:23 says, for all have sinned and fall short of his glory. So if you don't get it to heaven today, by default you go to hell. And the time is not to